What if I told you that the secret to becoming ultra-wealthy isn't found in a stock portfolio or a killer product idea, but in one simple, unbreakable daily habit that billionaires guard more closely than their bank accounts? In the next few minutes, you're going to discover the mysterious, often overlooked rags to riches story of a man who escaped poverty, rewired his brain through obsessive daily learning, and built a billion-dollar education empire from scratch. And the twist: he was dyslexic, broke, and laughed out of every room he walked into, until he mastered the habit that almost every billionaire shares. This is the story of Jim Quick, a name the public barely knows, yet behind closed doors, he is the go-to brain coach for Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, Google, Nike, and the US military. But here's the truth: they didn't call him because he was famous. They called him because he had cracked the code to learning faster, thinking clearer, and building unstoppable mental momentum, all through one daily habit that rewired his destiny. As a child, Jim suffered a traumatic brain injury that left him struggling with memory and learning, labeled the slow kid in class. Teachers gave up on him, classmates mocked him, and he silently accepted that maybe he just wasn't meant to succeed. But instead of surrendering to that story, Jim became obsessed with learning how to learn. He devoured books, not quickly, but relentlessly. He studied neuroscience, accelerated learning, and mental models, not because he was good at it, but because he had no choice. And then something extraordinary happened. He stopped trying to learn like everyone else and started learning like the ultra-wealthy. He began noticing patterns. People who were wealthy weren't necessarily the smartest, but they were the most curious. They asked better questions. They read differently. They trained their brains like athletes train their bodies. And every single day, without fail, they learned something new. That became Jim's fuel. That became the beginning of a billion-dollar idea. Rule number 1: billionaires build a learning system that becomes part of their identity. They don't learn by accident. They do it on purpose, on schedule, with intention. Jim went on to create Quick Learning, a company now valued over $1 billion that teaches people how to unlock superhuman memory, speed read, and turn knowledge into wealth. But what he really teaches is how to think like a billionaire. He doesn't advertise like other companies. He uses neuro-marketing triggers, mental priming, and authority anchoring to attract top-tier clients. It's not just information. It's identity transformation. And here's the mysterious twist. Many of Jim's clients are already billionaires, yet they still show up every day to learn. Why? Because billionaires know that the real edge is not capital, it's cognition. The moment you stop learning, you stop leading. The richest people in the world read books like oxygen. Warren Buffett spends 5 hours a day reading. Bill Gates finishes 1 book a week. Oprah says books are her greatest source of growth. But they don't just read randomly. They read to solve problems, to build clarity, to develop decision-making frameworks. And they apply what they learn immediately. That's billionaire habit number 2. Learn with intention, apply with speed. Billionaires don't consume information for entertainment. They use it like a scalpel, cutting through noise to unlock new opportunities. Jim's entire philosophy is rooted in neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and grow at any age. He teaches you how to use active recall, spaced repetition, and mental visualization to triple your learning speed. These are not just hacks. They are the real tools the rich use to stay rich. And he knows because he's trained them. But the most powerful moment of Jim's journey wasn't when his business hit 7 figures, or when he spoke to a packed stadium, or even when he became the most sought-after brain coach in the world. It was when he returned to his childhood school, walked into the same classroom where he had once cried alone at his desk and told the next generation of kids labeled slow that they were not broken. They just hadn't been taught how to learn their way yet. That's the billionaire mindset. It's not just about acquiring knowledge. It's about rewriting the script of who you believe you are. Billionaires understand that mindset is the multiplier. You can give two people the same information, but the one with the right beliefs, focus, and learning habits will turn it into gold. And this is your turning point. Because if you're still watching, your subconscious already believes this is possible for you. Your brain is tuning in because it knows there's more to life than struggling and settling. It wants you to upgrade. And here's how you start. Step 1. Build your daily learning ritual. Set aside 15 minutes every morning and every night to read, reflect, or listen. Prime your mind to seek growth, not comfort. Step 2. Choose high-leverage knowledge, books, audiobooks, courses, videos that teach you how to think, how to build, how to lead. Not just content that entertains, but content that transforms. Step 3. Apply immediately. Teach it. Write it. Use it. Billionaires don't hoard information. They turn it into systems. Step 4. Protect your brain like an asset. Sleep, nutrition, hydration, focus, they treat their brain like $1 billion business, because it is. And finally, Step 5. Surround yourself with growth. This channel, this video, the How You Can playlist, these are not entertainment, they are tools. Use them. Let them run while you work, while you clean, while you rest. Let the subliminal messages sink in. Let your identity expand. Because success is not random. It's programmed. You are either reinforcing limitation or expansion every single day. And the billionaires? They choose expansion. One page, one decision, one new idea at a time. And now you can too. If Jim Quick could go from brain injury and learning disability to global educator and billionaire business founder, what's your excuse? If billionaires still dedicate part of their day to learning, what are you doing with yours? Hit that like button if you know your brain is your greatest asset. Comment, I learn daily to anchor that identity right now. Subscribe if you want to stay ahead of the curve, to learn the secrets the rich don't teach in school, and to grow with us every single week. This is your time. This is your turning point. The people who win in life are not the ones who know the most, but the ones who learn the fastest and act the fastest. Start listening to our How You Can playlist today and every day after this. Let it condition your subconscious to seek mastery. Because the person you become is built from the knowledge you pursue. Billionaires don't just have money. They have mental momentum. They wake up knowing more than they did yesterday. That's their edge. And it can be yours. The billionaire habit of daily learning is not glamorous. It's not flashy. But it is the most powerful force for transformation available to anyone, anywhere, regardless of background or bank account. It costs nothing, but pays forever. The question now is, will you build it, or will you keep watching others rise? The choice is yours. But if you're still here, then something inside you has already decided. So take the next step. Like, comment, subscribe, and let the journey begin. Because the world doesn't belong to the smartest. It belongs to the most committed learners. And you? You just activated the habit that changes everything.